Offerings to the doomed, I hate you. Oh my god, dude, I'm getting FTK. Playing cringe floodgates. Get whooped. Droll and Dogberg. Oh my god, Droll is such a good card. His turn is over. Greetings, duelists. Recently I was curious about something. What is more important to the power of a deck? Staples or engine? Staples are cards like Pot of Greed that help out any deck regardless of what you use. By decks here, I refer to the engine used in a deck. For example, archetypes like Ryzeal, synergistic type things like Dragonlink or Zombies, or like combinations of the two. To find the answer, I decided to do an experiment. I created two decks. One bad deck with good staples, and a good deck with bad staples. And then I'm going to pit them against each other. The battleground will be the ranked ladder on Omega. There, I'm gonna play 5 matches with each deck and see which deck wins more. However, there is a piece of difficulty. Good and bad are somewhat subjective. To make it as objective as possible, I decided to use statistics. A staple card with 5.5% usage at top level is considered good, and a deck that topped one of the 300th YCSs is also good. Bad staples are those simply with less usage, but for decks it was a bit more difficult. There are a lot more good archetypes than good staples, so I wanted to exclude any archetypes that were decently good to make it a fair comparison. So I chose for bad archetype to count any archetype that has not topped any regionals or anything higher this format. Now, who will win? The race car with stale fuel or the trash can with rocket fuel? For the good deck, I chose to play Radiant Typhoon. It won the Sydney YCS recently, and it's a deck I have a good bit of experience with already. I like it here because it is a deck that is somewhat reliant on its non-engine, since it benefits a lot from using powerful quick play spells. My choices for the non-engine. There was a mix of old school classics, Genesis format stapled, and then some random garbage nobody has ever used. In hindsight, I should have probably used a little better spells since fucking Offerings to the Doomed and Realm Geology are just too shit to actually do anything. You have no idea how bad it was in the games. Like, you're seeing the good ones here. It was so bad, dude. When you draw like 3 of them, you look at your hand, oh damn dude, I'm playing with 2 cards. For the bad engine, my choice was Rescue Ace. It's a deck I really like, and even though it got support in the most recent main set, it hasn't seen any success. The problems are plentiful. There is that the deck runs a lot of hard bricks, and it has an end board very vulnerable to board breakers. It also has a hard time playing through several hand traps, due to many of its starters requiring the normal summon. On the upside, it gets to play some of the best non-engine in the format, and not even in a small quantity of it, since it has 12 non-engine slots plus 3 in archetype hand traps. This makes it a really good choice for this challenge, but Rescue Ace is like barely good enough to do something, so we're gonna see how this goes. Different dimension ground. Ha! Loser! This card isn't good against me. Screw you from main decking the Floodgate turn skip. Playing cringe Floodgates. Get gooped! Here we are going up against Yummy. Oh no. As you see, normal summon cup here. Look at my hand. I just know this is going to get fucking. Shit hard, shit hard, shit hard, shit hard. Good card, good card. Nothing. So I put back the Snatchy into the spell and trap where he can't get him away. And I'm like, now loser, go. Play the game. Offerings to the Doomed, I hate you. Why did I put you garbage into my deck? This is worthless. And I lose.
Huh?
I mean, I'm in Plaid. There's a good chance he didn't read and doesn't know it shuffles from grave. Zombie. Oh, bro. What is he going into? Help me. Izuna, no. Oh my god, bro. I've activated a hand effect. No. Oh, bro. I'm going. Oh, dude. I'm gonna get K9 as well. There's a drug. What is he doing? Why? Okay, am I getting FTK'd? Oh my god, dude, I'm getting FTK'd. Oh. I actually got FTK'd. In the next part of this video, I get to use Rescue Ace, which is a deck that is not good, but I get to use good non-engine. I hope this is going to be a lot more fun, especially when I'm playing against bullshit combo decks. So let's see how this goes. Here we are going second. This hand looks beautiful. Why? Because I have no play. So I need to hope that this resolves. Luckily, I can discard the Impulse to summon the Fire Engine, he summons the Lacrima, and then my Fire Engine summons the Airlifter. The Airlifter will get me Emergency. Which means now I can do my stuff. I bell the Engraver so he can't keep going. I ash the guy because I don't know what he does. He goes into sequence. I tribute Airlifter to summon the other guy, which can then negate Desiree, and the game is over. Desiree, he gets forced out. I can summon him, which doesn't matter. I can Talents, look at his hand. Oh no, he drew 3 bricks. We are up against a Lunalight player. Lunalight, a terrifying deck that summons a monster that is immune to everything, and well, it can destroy your field. I have a decent hand here. Nothing too amazing, but it gets the job done. And the Dominus Impulse and Ash Blossom in my hand. It's hard to describe how good it feels, but I learned from last game and decide to keep Headquarters in hand this time. I make it so that next turn I can shuffle back all of these back row here and get a draw, and then use the rescue. I reset off of Reinforce to revive the Turbulence, to then set all of them again, and at that point the game is pretty much over, because that level of grind game is something no deck in the game can contest. And those Fractals, Silverhound, and here, Kaleido Chip. I never want this card to be able to activate, because he sends 4 cost, that means you can't negate it, any Lunalight from extra deck to grave, and this is the way they send the Tiger Dancer, I think it's called, which they need as material to summon the Liger Dancer. So I want to try and keep him off of Kaleido Chip here. Okay, draw 2 cards. I think that's too good. Tiger is a very good card. This is summons 1 for free. Therefore, move your Princess trigger. This is a terrible misplay. Here, I should have either destroyed Fire Attacker and Cryochic, or just used Preventer to flip it face down. But no, I destroyed Preventer. It does get me the resummon, but it doesn't help me because I already have everything. And now I'm down 1 interaction. It's going to come back to bite. Here they set Emerald Bird, revive Kaleido Chick, and now this gets terrible. Luckily, I can Dominant Impulse the Lunalight Fusion, so they can't just summon Liger Dancer now. Because they have the materials in field and grave. Here, this is who they need. Now, they can banish Silverhound and Leo Dancer, because yeah, negate it, but now they don't have the necessary materials, so they just summon Perfume Dancer. I decide to Ash Yellow Marten and negate Perfume Dancer and hope that then they are gonna be out of gas. But no. I mean, I should have probably expected that they had a lot of gas in hand, because 1, that's how the deck works, and 2, they had no hand traps. So they going now, and I see that no. I see the wolf who can summon from grave. I see Kaleido Chick resurrected, sending another Leo Dancer. No. Very, very good. Okay, that is some things that I don't care. Black Keep. Little Light. This is where the end of their life begins. They go SB. Banish. Oh, this guy looks big. Oh, why doesn't it work? He doesn't get banished. Reinforce. Target 1 rescue monster. It gains 1500 attack and is unaffected by opponent's monster effects. However, there's a lot of cards in my graveyard and he hasn't played against Rescue Ace a lot, as I assume. So he's just confused. Why doesn't he disappear? Now he goes for Wolf and gets Liger Dancer, who can, as a quick effect, destroy my field, attack twice, and is unaffected from everything. He goes Battle Phase, destroys my field. He doesn't get destroyed. He has more attack. He can't outer Arbitrator, so he has to pass. Then he goes again. Now he gets desperate. He doesn't understand what's going on. He links off the Liger Dancer for Cross Sheep. Just so you know, this has to be fusion summoned with exactly these materials, so you can't resurrect it. You can't bring it back. So now, suddenly, his end board went from, I have to invest a lot of things to maybe be able to out this. He would lose the attack boost next turn, so I would have to do something like HQ, shuffle things back, then do something to be able to resolve Turbulence, to then set back the Reinforce and then wait a turn cycle, and then attack it, which is very unlikely to happen. But he just linked it off, so now I'm thinking, oh wait, yeah, he lost. Then he resurrects Yellow Martin, he resurrects Fractal, he makes this guy a lot of attacks. He attempts to negate Arbitrator. Obviously it doesn't work, so he surrenders. If he just passed turn, he would have gone down to 3000 attack and been affected again. Reading! Conclusion. My results were fairly clear. Standard Rescue Ace did way better than Handicapped Radiant Typhoon. It wasn't even close. Having cards like Dominus Impulse as backup to your plays makes it so much easier to play through disruptions. Will Charmy Fualos alone makes going second like 30% easier. 30% is, by the way, the chance you have to draw him. Then power one-offs like Pot of Prosperity, Called by the Grave, and Triple Tactic Talents allow you to swing games in your favor that otherwise would be much harder to win. And lastly, cards that give you draws go from meh to insane, since you have about a 40% chance of drawing a powerful interruption even if you have already used all of your engine pieces. If you lack good backups to your engine, card advantage becomes less valuable, and either going second or just dealing with disruptions on your turn 1 becomes much more difficult. Meanwhile, Ash Blossom, Dominus Impulse, and Swallows can easily carry a mid-engine, especially if you draw several of those cards. To conclude the question from the beginning, the trash can with Rocket Fuel wins, and it's not even close. Which makes sense if you think about it. It gets to at least drive, while the race car with stale fuel probably breaks down. Because, well, if you don't have fuel in your car, it doesn't work.